Hey guys, spiritual whistleblower here, and the only reason I'm doing this video is because y'all keep requesting it. I don't like talking about celebrities, but I do it because you guys, y'all are so interested about my opinion. I think most celebrities, if not all of them, are narcissistic, highly narcissistic. But Jay-Z, so recently in the news, he was added to a lawsuit. There is a young woman who allegedly accused Sean P. Diddy, Puffy Combs. He's currently locked up for sex trafficking by the feds, and he's here in New York. Y'all know I'm in New York City, so I walk past the courthouse every day. I know exactly where his detention center is in Brooklyn. He goes to the Manhattan Criminal Courthouse downtown here in Brooklyn. I'm in Lower Manhattan, so I know exactly where the courthouse is. So this young woman alleges that Diddy raped her when she was 13 years old, which was, I think they said, back in 2000. I'm not sure of the date, but it happened a long time ago. And since then, her attorney, who is Tony Busby, he's representing her. He's based out of Houston, Texas, I believe. Has since amended that lawsuit and added Jay-Z. It was both Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly that participated. Y'all got to see this little squirrel walking up to me like I got food. I don't have no food in my hand, baby. Jay-Z's been added to the lawsuit with Diddy. So what's interesting is this young lady, she's an adult now, obviously. But at the time, when it happened, she was 13 years old, which is fucking sick. And if it happened back in 2000, this is before the internet. This is before social media. And I'm going to give y'all my opinion about Jay-Z because I don't like him. I don't like him. And yes, I do believe he's 100% a predator. I think he's a psychopath, one of the most dangerous types of psychopaths because he's intelligent, he's brilliant, and he's extremely calculated, which is why he's achieved so much success. He used different people to climb up the ladder, and he discarded them like trash. Puff Daddy did the same thing, but Puff Daddy is a bit more reckless, and impulsive with his behavior, which is the difference between him and Jay-Z. They both have the same strategy of using people and climbing to the top and disposing people as they use people. But Diddy was more violent. Diddy was all over the place. He more like a sociopath. Jay-Z is more strategic, more calculated, he's silent, and he's dangerous. Jay-Z is incredibly brilliant and silent. That is the worst type of psychopath to me because you can't read them. He constantly keeps a poker face. Okay? Now with this lawsuit, it is alleged that the victim has tried to reach out through the attorney now for mediation with Jay-Z behind closed doors. The victim did not want to go public. They really tried to settle this, not for money. Initially, it was not for money. It was, I just need to have a conversation. Maybe she wanted some sort of acknowledgement and closure. Maybe she didn't want, to put Jay-Z on blast. She just wanted him to, talk and apologize or something. Maybe even offer her. This is like the Cassie situation. Let me remind y'all with Cassie. Cassie reached out to Diddy. Diddy knew about Cassie's lawsuit before we found out. Cassie gave Diddy an opportunity to bring closure because Cassie didn't want to go public at first. Cassie gave him the opportunity to settle this before it got any bigger. Listen, you did all these horrible things to me. You and I both know what you did. I will go public with this, but I'm giving you an opportunity to settle this right now and let bygones be bygones. She gave Diddy that opportunity. Diddy was so arrogant, which is totally narcissistic behavior, above the law, arrogance. Bitch, you know who I am. I'm Diddy. You don't threaten me. You don't da-da-da-da-da. So he did not cooperate. He did not settle with her. So what happened in return? Cassie put the settlement, not the settlement, Cassie went public, her attorney, they went public with the lawsuit, and everybody got to read all the allegations. It was publicized. And when we saw those allegations on that lawsuit, it was like, oh my fucking God. He did what to her? The allegations were so heinous and so off the hook. So once it went public, Diddy was like, oh shit, she was not playing with me. Let me go ahead and settle this immediately. It took him and his lawyers less than 24 hours to settle that fucking lawsuit and pay her that money. Because he did that shit to that girl. He did that shit to that girl. And first, he lied about it. Told everybody it was a money grab and this, that, and the third. No, I think every victim that gets abused and sexually assaulted deserves monetary compensation, because the pain and suffering and the trauma from it's forever. Victims live with trauma almost, it's indefinite. So yeah, I do believe every victim deserves monetary, compensation. Absolutely. It was so arrogant of him to say it's a money grab. He said, no, if you did that to that girl, which we all know you did because the video came out. Remember the elevator? When he chased her down the hallway in the hotel room with the towel wrapped around his waist, and he kicked and beat her and threw her down to the ground and kept kicking her? So he lied to the public. Before that video leaked, he said, I did not do those things. This is a money grab. I would never do anything. And then the video came out exposing him and his lies. He absolutely did that to that girl. Case dismissed. Now the feds are on his ass. There's a whole sex trafficking, which I believe he's guilty of everything. When the feds come for you, just understand the feds have already gathered. The feds have an overwhelming amount of evidence against you. And it's the feds here in New York. New York, the conviction rate of the FBI here in New York, we're talking about 97, 98%. The feds never lose. The feds have gathered and collected all their evidence. By the time they come to arrest you and seize you, they done got everything on you. They've got the witnesses. They've got everything stacked against you. That's why they keep denying him bail. They will not let him out because they know he's going to flee. He's going to go after witnesses. He's going to try to have people silenced. He's either going to have people murdered. He's a dangerous man walking. Keep him locked the fuck up until the trial. The feds know what they're doing. And he's so fucking arrogant. He thinks when they locked him up, he knew they was coming for him. So he had it all planned out. The whole bail package. I'm going to offer $50 million in one of my mansions and this and that. He just knew that the judge was going to rule in his favor. He's that arrogant. The judge said, no. Okay, so now it's a different judge. He tries that judge. Bail denied. A third time, bail denied. That's the arrogance of a narcissist. Diddy has been getting away with so much for so long. He's not used to anyone telling him no. But that motherfucker is learning today, when the feds come get you, my nigga, you're not going to wiggle up out of this. Diddy will never, this is my opinion, Diddy will never see daylight ever again. He's done. He's cooked. He's done. It's just too many people. Over a 30-year span, there's too many victims. He's done so much damage to so many people. And with him being locked up, this also guarantees that more witnesses will come forward. The witnesses that were scared to talk before, they're coming forward now. That's why we're seeing all these lawsuits. This man has done a lot of damage. I don't even want to talk about Justin Bieber, because if the allegations of what he did to Justin Bieber when Justin was a child, I am repulsed and disgusted. Okay? But that's just context. That's how I feel about Diddy's done. Diddy is getting time. I don't know if they're going to give him life. He's going to get a lot of time. He will never be free again. He's done. He's cooked. Cooked. Now back to Jay-Z. We have to remember that back in the day, before the internet, before social media, these rappers had all these young girl groupies under the age of 18 These were minors, and they were sleeping and fucking them all. R. Kelly, when R. Kelly got with Aaliyah, I believe they got secretly married. Did they elope? I don't know if that's true or not, but she was like 15 years old. Jay-Z dated Aaliyah. Aaliyah was 14 and 15 fucking with these grown men. So when I heard the allegations against Jay-Z, I said, he did it. He absolutely did it. That's all them young girls were hot in the ass. They were all under 18. 14, 15, 16, 17, young and hot in the ass groupies. There was no social media. What stayed on the down low, stayed on the down low. Whoever creep was creeping, and this is hush hush between you and me. Those rappers fucked all them girls. Jay-Z being young, one of the hottest, if not the hottest rapper at that time, he had access to so many groupies. Nobody checked for age, if they were minors or not. They just slept with all the girls. So he dated Aaliyah. The information's out there. Between him and his partner, Dame Dash, they both took turns with Aaliyah. Aaliyah was fast in the ass. Aaliyah got with R. Kelly. He was a fucking pedophile. Aaliyah's parents fed her to the wolves. Just like Britney Spears' parents fed her to the wolves. Justin Bieber's mother fed him to the wolves. Usher, his mother fed him to the wolves. A lot of these child stars have narcissistic parents that are greedy for money, and they pimped their children out for a paycheck. And in exchange, their children got raped, molested, and turned out just to be a part of the music industry. So there's no doubt in my mind, Jay-Z absolutely did this. I think he slept with several underage girls. At that time, in the early 2000s, where there was no social media, there were no video cameras, there was no way to keep track of what was going down. Backstage, all the rappers, they ran trains, they fucked all type of... Who's the other young girl? There's a model by the name of Gloria Velez, Hispanic, beautiful, gorgeous girl. She was 16 and 17. She has a baby by Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall was the lead singer of the group Guy. He slept with her when she was 16, 17 and got her pregnant. She was a groupie. She was a video vixen in all the videos. Hell yeah, all them rappers slept with them young girls. And let me remind y'all of the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z is much older than Beyonce. I want to say 15 years. He's at what is he, like 55? And she's in her early 40s? Whenever I see a huge age gap between a man and a woman, 15 to 20 years, I instantly look at the man. I say he's a predator, because he got with a younger woman to groom her and mold her into what he wants her to be. I think Jay-Z has brainwashed Beyonce beyond reasonable doubt. No pun intended. That's the name of one of his albums. His first album was Reasonable Doubt. He has groomed Beyonce to the point he used her. He was a street hustler from Brooklyn. He's a hustler. He's a big hustler. He started off selling cocaine and drugs, and he worked his way into the music industry. He disposed of his business partner, Dame Dash. He uses people, and then he disposes them as he climbs up the ladder. And at some point in his career, he realized in order for him to get in the bigger rooms with the rich white people, he would need a wife on his arm. But he would need a certain type of wife. Even though he's a street dude and he's used to street chicks like Aaliyah, he likes street girls. He likes hood rats. That's his type. That's what he identifies with, because he's from the hood. But in order for him to climb up the ladder of success, to get access to bigger opportunities, he needed to find a woman on that level. Beyonce was that girl. Beyonce was on her way up the ladder of stardom, and he knew that he would have to get married to a very classy lady who had access to bigger opportunities that he had not. So once he married Beyonce, he started gaining access to the big dog stuff, the billionaire stuff. Once he became a family man and he married the most beautiful woman, I don't think she's the most beautiful woman, but I think, you know, she's perceived to be the queen of all queens in the entertainment industry, the music industry. It afforded him more opportunities. So I feel that, you know, when I teach you ladies that we marry the men like our daddies, you got to do the history on Beyonce's upbringing and who her father was. Her father trained and groomed her, and I believe he pimped her out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's too old for Beyonce. Beyonce needed a man close to her age. But because her father, remember, her father is a serial cheater. Her father had a baby on her mother. Her father is a slut and a whore, sleeping with strippers and shit, and got another woman pregnant, his side chick pregnant. And this is while he was married to her mama Tina. So Beyonce married a man just like her daddy. Her daddy's a narcissist. Yeah. Her daddy pimped her out and fed her over to another narcissist, Jay-Z. Jay-Z basically took the reins of her father and took over her career and her life and continued the grooming process of molding her into what her father already did the same thing. And that's what Beyonce identifies with. Her father is her handler. So all her father did was transfer everything over to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z took over as her handler. I 100% believe that Jay-Z is her handler. And just like Beyonce's father being a serial cheater, a dirty dog, sleeping with underage women allegedly and getting strippers pregnant, Jay-Z has done the same thing. Jay-Z is still cheating, I believe. He's just being more careful with his cheating so he doesn't get caught. A leopard never changes its spots. Narcissists don't change. They just get more sneakier and more craftier with their manipulation and their cheating. They hide it better so that you don't find them out. We are seeing the beginning of the crumbling of the Rockefeller empire. Jay-Z is done. I wonder if the NFL is going to drop him now with these allegations with the 13-year-old little girl. Let's see if he starts losing brand deals. It's going to be real interesting. 2025 is, listen, it's going to be the year, baby. We're going to start to see. I thought this year was bad. No, baby. 2025, we're going to see some shit pop off. These narcissists are starting to get outed and exposed, and I'm here for it. Because I think Jay-Z is a big abuser. That's my opinion. Let's talk about it in the comments section, y'all. My discernment is high. I think Jay-Z 100% slept with that 13-year-old girl. I think he slept with multiple. Once he, you know, what, and all it takes is one victim. Y'all know that when one victim comes forward, here come all the others. I will not be surprised in 2025 we start seeing more and more victims come forward against Jay-Z. Jay-Z's paranoid right now. He's paranoid. I've even heard that he has people out here intimidating social media influencers. A lot of these influencers that are on TikTok and reporting on it, they're basically just reporting on the story. He's had investigators confront these social media influencers. Like, he's paranoid. He did that shit. He has slept with several underage girls. Period.